Okay, how we doing today, New York Giants fans? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Eye Test, where we pretty much look at what our team is doing from a perspective of, what are you actually seeing? We need to start trusting our eyes, not just listening to the coach speak and a lot of the commentators and those that analyze our team don't really know our team as well as we know our team. Okay. And so that's just the bottom line. So I wanted to get into the Philadelphia Eagles uh, game that's coming up. And I've been reading a lot of social media, and there's a lot of different perspectives. And to be honest with you, the question is, do we have a chance? Well, yes, we do have a chance, but I promised you on this channel that it was going to be raw and uncut. I promise you that it was going to be no bullshit, right? So let's just be real for a second. We are grossly overmatched by the Philadelphia Eagles. Their roster is talented, okay? They are better than us in just about every position. All right. So how can we win? Well, I keep going back to the fight that this team has. Okay. And I'm talking about like this team doesn't give up. Okay. So, your Philadelphia Eagles, which I hate them. I don't hate them as much as Dallas, but I do hate them. Okay. But the Philadelphia Eagles, but I have to respect them. But the Philadelphia Eagles, they have to squash us quickly. Okay, I'm talking about just demolish our team right out the gate. Okay, I mean they have to just start running up points because, and this is the problem. If this happens, we are in trouble. Okay, if this happens, we are done. We are not meant. We are not built to come from behind. Okay, and we did a little something in the Washington Redskins. Oh, sorry, Washington Commanders. Please excuse me. The Washington Commanders. Okay. We did do a little comeback in that game, but we are not built for that. So, how can we win? Number one, keep it close. Okay. Keep it close. We are not a scoring powerhouse, and the Philadelphia Eagles have the ability to score at will. All right. So let's dive into this right here. And I'm not going to bore you with a lot of stats. I'm just going to, as a New York Giants fan, and we are all fans of this team, and we want this team to do well. And for most of us, this team has grossly exceeded the expectations that where we currently stand. I mean, just I've said this in a previous video. If you would have told me this is where we would be, and we would be playing meaningful football in December, I would say sign me up. Okay, but let's get into this. Okay, offense. Okay, offense. How can we win offense? Well, first of all, we need to know right off the bat, and I need you to pay attention. The first 2 to 3 series. Okay, I need to pay attention. Pay attention. Is this going to be 3 and outs? Okay, is there any sort of protection for Daniel Jones? Are we moving the pocket to help protect Daniel Jones? Are these designed are we designed plays where we're moving the pocket? Are they designed? Or is this Daniel Jones just scrambling, just trying to survive, just running for his life? Okay, that's going to make a big difference. That's going to set the tone. All right, because you got Fletcher Cox and those guys on the other side. They see Daniel Jones as a piece of meat. They're going to want to destroy, okay, Daniel Jones. So we first of all we have to see what the protection is going to look like, and if the protection is going to be spotty, like it may be, then we need to at least have a plan in place coming into this game, a scheme to where we're moving the pocket so Daniel Jones can kind of buy a little more time. Okay. And so he's good at doing that. Like he really can do that. But we can't just do that roll out to the left or roll out to the right. That's just too, we have to do something a little different, okay? Because the Philadelphia Eagles are going to study tape, and they are going to look at the games that we lost, and we lost big time. And so, we really have to pay attention to what our opponents might see. So we're talking about self-scouting. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about we need to take a look in the proverbial mirror and understand where we're at as an offense and where we're at as a defense, understand what other teams might be looking at as far as weaknesses, understanding that what other teams may do to try to stop what we may try to do. So it's a chess game. So they're going to look at this tape and they're going to say without absolute certainty, first thing we got to do is stop Saquon Barkley. Okay, well, that's all we got to do is stop. We're going to dare Daniel Jones to throw the ball. Okay, we're going to dare Mike Kafka to throw to concoct plays where Daniel Jones has an opportunity to go vertical. Okay, they're going to dare Kafka to come up with these plays. And so, look, I'm fairly confident that these plays are already in the playbook. Okay, I'm fairly confident that there has been an adjustment by Kafka because of the type of talent that we have at the wide receiver position. I don't believe that Mike Kafka came onto our squad and said all of a sudden he does not believe in going vertical. Okay, I don't believe that. I believe that Mike Kafka came with some plays with a playbook that will allow for some vertical plays down the field, stretching the field, so to speak. So we know those plays are there, but you have a wide receiver core that is inconsistent and unreliable. And so they have been very conservative in their play calling, and they have been very, I think, to be honest with you, they don't want to take the chance. Okay, they don't want to take the chance. They don't see, I guess what it is the eye test, right? So we're looking at this game and we're looking at when we play and we're wondering why you're not throwing the ball. And we're saying to ourselves, why aren't you throwing the ball? When you do throw the ball, you have moderate success. So why aren't you doing more of that? And I think it's because, and I don't know this, but I'm just saying, I'm just going to keep it real with you. I think they're looking at that and they're saying that the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I think they're looking at it and saying, let us play our style of conservative football, and that will at least keep us in the game. That will at least keep us from the turnovers that can be very detrimental to a football game. So if we can eliminate the turnovers, then maybe we can stay in this game. Maybe we can keep it close and maybe we can pull it out. See, that worked at the beginning of the season, but that's not working now. Okay, now we're in playoff football territory. It's over. We don't have any more mulligans to give. Okay, so we need to play to win and stop playing not to lose, because this is what Daboll is. This is what he's doing. He's playing not to lose. He's not trying to make mistakes. He's not trying to produce turnovers, because these things can be detrimental. And he knows what we know, that this team cannot come back from multiple turnovers, and it would just destroy this team. And so he's trying not to do that. And I understand it. I get it. But going back to what we need to do, what can we do? We have to protect Daniel Jones. And if we can't protect Daniel Jones, then we have to have and devise plays that will allow him freedom to roam in the pocket. They have to be designed, okay? Allow this young man to run, please, because this is what will bring them that defense. If Daniel Jones can successfully start to run, this will allow our offense some flexibility, okay? Because we know they're going to try to stop Barkley, right? We know this. This is the new playbook on how to defeat the New York Football Giants. Stop Saquon Barkley. Keep everything in front of you, okay? Daniel Jones is not going to throw the ball down the field. All he's going to do is throw five-yard routes, 6-yard routes. Okay. I was at the game last week. Okay. We had 3rd and 8s. Okay. And we had guys running 3-yard routes. Okay. 3rd and longs. They're running short routes. Okay. Not even enough to go past the sticks. And if they do run a route, the route is at the sticks. Okay. So if it's 3rd and 9, they run a 9-yard route. What? And defenses are sitting on these routes. Okay. They're sitting on the underneath routes purposefully. They know this man is not going down the field. So here's the thing. Going back, once again, to what we can do. I already mentioned Daniel Jones and moving the pocket and making sure that he can do that. The other key is to make sure that he can run the ball. Let this man run the ball. He is an effective runner. Okay. If there's nothing down the field, take off. Make the decision, okay? Not only just on scrambles, but I'm talking about devised runs, okay? This will open things up on the defensive side. People will start to look for Daniel Jones to run and look for Saquon Barkley to run. This will allow you to start doing your RPOs and those types of plays, okay? Put the defense in conflict, all right? And so now, after we start to do that and we put the defense in conflict, because you don't know if Daniel Jones on RPO is going to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley, or if he's going to take the ball, or if he's going to throw, okay? Then you move the pocket, and you have Slayton go down the field. And you do those concepts where you start lining up. You got one deep route, you got one mid route, you got one short route, okay? You got Saquon Barkley. You do your RPO. He runs out into the flat. You have options. Okay. You have options, but we have to, and that's the other key, going down the field. Okay. I understand this can result in 3 and outs rather quickly. I understand that. I understand it, but we don't have the time to try to figure out and mitigate risk. Okay. We can't figure out, we know this is a risk, but this is playoff football. We don't have the time for you to sit back in the pocket and go run, throw on 3rd down, run, throw on 3rd down, run, throw, run. I mean, it's too predictable. Okay. So that's your other key. You got to throw the ball down the field. You have to. This is crucial. Air the ball out. Let Daniel Jones loose. Okay. We have absolutely nothing to lose at this point. Nothing, and everything to gain. We need to score points, not field goals. We don't need to win on Graham Gano's leg, even though I'll take it. Okay. I will take that win all day long, but that's not what we need to be doing. We need to throw the ball down the field. Okay. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, my goodness, what are you going to do? Okay. Jalen Hurts is a runner, just like Daniel Jones. Are we going to spy him with a linebacker? What are we going to do? Okay. You got A.J. Brown on one side. You got Devontae Smith on the other side. Okay. I don't even need to get into anyone else. This alone throws our defense into conflict. All right. This alone, because we have to make a decision. We're not going to play man, right? Like, you're going to play man? Are we going to try to play man? I don't think so. I think we're going to try to do coverage, and our coverage isn't great. All right. So the key to the defense, our defense, we have to get home. Okay. When Wink sends a blitz, we have to make it meaningful. Okay. We cannot play around. The secondary is trash. They're playing as well as they can play. All right. But the defense, the secondary will not hold up for a long period of time, especially against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So you must send this blitz, and the blitz must get home. Okay. What is we were seeing in these games where the blitz was successful? It got to the quarterback, but we didn't get the quarterback on the ground. Okay. Which leads me into my next, what we need to do on defense. What do we need to do on defense? Fucking tackle. Tackle. Aren't you tired of us missing tackles? This was never the case at the beginning of the season. We were sure tacklers. Okay. Now we have to get back to the fundamentals. Okay. If they're going to catch the ball, okay, 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, tackle, tackle, tackle. We have to be short tacklers. Don't give them no sort of yards after the catch. After the catch, you bring that individual down. All right. You must tackle. All right. So the blitz has to get home and we have to finish the blitz. Okay. Get the quarterback on the ground. We have to tackle, whether it's a runner, whether it's a wide receiver, we have to tackle. I don't care if Sanders is running the ball, if Boston is running the ball, whoever's running the ball, we have to tackle. If Hurts is running the ball, we have to tackle. We must tackle. We cannot miss any tackles. We cannot miss any tackles. Okay. That run when I was at when we played last week at MetLife against the Washington Commanders, and Jahan Dotson, we had him, and he spun this way and spun that way and spun himself right into the end zone. The fans were stunned, absolutely stunned by this lack of tackling. Okay, this has to. It's over. It's over. We must tackle. Okay. Now, the other thing on the defensive side, okay, our coverage is not going to be great. We know our coverage isn't going to be great, but we need plays. Okay. We need plays. Someone on this team in the secondary has to make plays. All right. It's not enough to just say, well, those guys, our secondary is trash, and those guys, these guys have to make plays. All right. Enough is enough. You're an NFL football player. You're on a historic NFL football team. I understand you might, wasn't a starter. Maybe you didn't have starter talent. It don't matter. Your opportunities are here for you now. Okay. I don't care what you did last week. All right. Every game is a playoff game from now on. Well, actually, since Detroit, if you want to, I promise you, no bullshit. These games are crucial, and we're losing these games. We're losing against Detroit. We're losing against Washington. These games, they made a difference. Okay, and we should have won all of these games. Okay, and so enough is enough. All right. So look, this is what we need to do. Now, we don't match up well on the offensive side or the defensive side against the Philadelphia Eagles, but we can win. Okay. I don't give a damn what anyone is saying. We can win. Okay. I'm not a feel good, let's wrap this up, in wrapping paper because it's Christmas, or let's sugarcoat something so you can swallow it. We can win this game. Okay. But we have to do what we need to do. We cannot turn the ball over. Okay. Special teams. We have got to play better special teams. Coverage. What am I saying? We got to play a perfect game? Yes. Yes. That's what the fuck I'm saying. We got to play a perfect game. All right. We can beat the Philadelphia Eagles, but we have to play a perfect game. We have to play a perfect game. We can't beat ourselves. And that's something we never used to do. Okay. I mean, we used to do it in previous seasons, but on this season has been about moving forward and not beating ourselves. And because we didn't beat ourselves, we were able to win. We were able to win games that folks didn't think we were able to win. And it wasn't because we had so much more talent than we have right now. Yes, we had Adoree Jackson. Yes, we had Xavier McKinney. Yes, we did have some talent, but we were never a offensive powerhouse. Okay. And so we need to minimize mistakes, eliminate them completely if we can. And oh Lord, let's go. This is going to be a touchy topic for some people, but penalties, penalties, penalties are just as detrimental to this team as a turnover. Okay. Because we, on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball, we can't afford to have stupid penalties. Taunting? Always wanted to know, who the fuck are you taunting? Like, what makes a player say to themselves, you know what I'm going to do? Right? I just had a good play. We just did something good. I'm going to fuck it all up. Right? I'm going to fuck it all up. What makes a player, like, I understand you're in the moment and the energy is high, what have you, or whatever, but we're trying to win football games. And when you have a good play, roll with it. Okay. Let that energy motivate everyone else on this team. All right. You know what's so depressing for anyone, even the fans, is when we have a positive gain and then it's just taken away from us. All right. That is an energy neutralizer. All right. So look, this is what we need to do to win this game. But make no mistake about it, we can win. We can win. And I'm not just saying that. I'm talking straight football. Okay. Now, I'm not just saying, like, I'm not that bullshit about any given Sunday. It's true. But now I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that we can win. If we play mistake-free football, without the penalties, without the turnovers, we keep it close. We allow Daniel Jones to cut loose the ball and go vertical down the field, even if it results in 3 and outs. Okay, even if it results. And I know people say, well, if we run the ball and we run the ball and we run the ball and we keep that high-powered Philadelphia Eagles offense off the field, I don't give a fuck about that. All right, let me tell you something. Aren't you tired as a New York Giants fan of being scared of the other team? Like, I'm not saying don't disrespect the other team. Always keep a respect. But aren't you tired of being scared of the other team? Like, I heard motherfuckers when the schedule came out, oh, well, we got an easy schedule on this part, but in this part, we got a hard schedule. Fuck that. All right. I know what you're saying. You're saying that, these teams, they have been playing good football and, they went to the playoffs last year. And so it's based on this percentage and that percentage. And then you do all the math and you carry the one. And then now all of a sudden, this is why these teams you should beat and these teams you should lose or may lose to. No, fuck that. These are all NFL football teams. Did I miss something? I don't give a damn about your percentages. I don't give a damn about your percentages. We need to win football games, and I am not going to be afraid of any opponent that we face. I felt the same way in years past in the Judge era, and I don't give a fuck about what their percentage is. Okay. I don't even look at strength of schedule. That shit means nothing to me. All right. That shit means nothing to me. I don't give a damn about that. I only care about us going out and playing football, good, competitive football. All right. And if we play good, competitive football, all right, inventive football, creative football, if we prepare properly, I believe we can beat anyone. All right. I don't give a damn about injuries. I do, I say that tongue in cheek. I do care about injuries because injuries can really, really do a number. But how many times have we seen teams out there who have a roster that's been decimated by injury come into a game and win convincingly? Okay. And so this is why I go back to what I said in a previous video about the preseason, which I pay special attention to, because the preseason will let you know what kind of depth you have. All right. And when I used to freak out on these social media forums about how we looked in preseason and what the depth looked like, I used to have people used to try to belittle me, hey, calm down, man, calm down. It's only preseason. Preseason don't mean shit. Well, how about it now? Huh? How about it now? How about it now? Because you know that the NFL season is a grueling tournament. Okay, you know injuries are forthcoming, right? We've been watching football, playing football, knowing football long enough to understand that it is almost impossible for a player to make it all the way through an entire season without some sort of injury. It's just a game. Why wouldn't I give a fuck about who's going to back up my starters? Why? Why wouldn't I care? Why wouldn't you care? Like, we need to really be paying a special attention to the preseason, because the preseason is going to show us a glimpse into the future about who may be starting games on our team. So look, on the wrap up, we can win. Okay. We can win. We will win if we do what we're supposed to do. Okay. With respect to the Philadelphia Eagles, who their roster, their talent, and all of that. But at the end of the day, you know what this is? This is one man against another man. And if you can win your individual battle, if you can win your individual battle, you can win. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, go Giants. Thank you for tuning in to the New York Giants eye test, where we come straight, raw, no bullshit whatsoever. All right. It's not going to be, you may disagree, you may agree. It's not always going to be favorable, but it is going to be straight, straight from what I see. Okay. And at the end of the day, it's what most fans see. Okay. And I just want to say one more thing. Okay. I can't stand fucking fans who try to diminish other fans and their fandom because you disagree with their perspective on shit. All right. We all New York Giants fans. We might disagree on different things, but we are all New York Giants fans. So cut that bullshit out. You don't have no more fandom than I got. All right. I don't give a damn. I'm a second generation Giants fan. All right. My whole life, my 51 years, this is all I've known is the New York football Giants. All right. But I don't have any more fandom than the next person who is a fan, okay, who dedicates their heart, their time, and their money into this organization. All right. So who the fuck am I to tell you that you must be ain't a fan because you don't believe in Daniel Jones? If you don't believe in Daniel Jones, then don't believe in him. All right. I'm kind of sketchy on him myself, but it doesn't matter. Okay. It's not about the player, it's about the team. Okay. Who the fuck am I to tell you you're not a fan because you don't think we should keep Saquon Barkley next year? We don't need to keep Saquon Barkley. Oh, well, hell, you're not a fan. Who the fuck am I to tell you that? All right. We need to cut that shit out completely. If you disagree with what another New York Giants fan is saying, then okay, we can have a heated debate on the merits of the argument. But stop calling another person, well, you need to find another team then. Fuck that. Are you crazy? Are you insane? Come on, man. All right. Look, I'm about to wrap it up. Look, what do they always say? Like, subscribe, all right? You know, tell somebody that we got this guy and he's fucking raw and uncut, right? But he's a lover of the New York Football Giants and a lover of the New York Football Giants community, all right, and everything that we believe in, okay? And with that, I'm gonna say, I salute you. Have a great day. Peace.